morning. Which one? Alright. Okay, I got myself ready. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Alex, and in today's video we're going to be chatting about my healthy lifestyle and fitness after having a baby. I think you guys might be, I don't know, a little surprised, or I don't know, maybe just not expecting what I'm going to say in this video. It's definitely not going to be this ideal kind of schedule or protocol, program, or anything like that. I'm just literally gonna tell you honestly what I've done, and a lot of it is not ideal, but I think there's a lot of value in sharing what I'm gonna share. Okay, we're gonna get into all this later. I need to go get Sage up and we'll come back and chat. Hey baby, hi.
Hi honey.
Hey. Good morning!
Good job. Thank you.
Hi, Sissy! Hi. Good morning! Good morning, baby! You got your pasta? Oh. Alright, let's pick it up. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was a close call. You got my shoes for me? Thank you. Thank you. I'll put them on when we're about to walk out the door, okay? We don't want to wear shoes in the house, okay? Did you climb in there all by yourself? You were such a big girl. Yeah, let's go, baby. Ready? You want an apple or a pear? Which one do you want?
Apple.
You want an apple?
Pear.
Pear or an apple? Which one?
Apple.
Apple. Pear, okay. Which one? Apple? Okay. Which one?
Apple. Apple.
That's a pear.
Apple.
Apple or a pear?
Apple.
You want the apple? Oh, that's the pear.
Apple.
Which one do you want? Pick one. Apple? Okay. Here, mommy will eat the pear, you have the apple, and we'll switch, okay? Oh, hold on, I gotta wash it. That's the sticker. You good? This is our version of a splash pad. DIY splash pad at home.
Mommy.
Yeah. You want mommy go in it? Whee! Whee! Yeah, that is hot, sweetie. Yep, that's hot. Okay, we are currently making lunch right now, still wet from playing outside. I am craving a veggie sandwich so bad. They just kind of having like a hodgepodge of stuff, huh? Yeah, you're just having like random stuff. She's having cucumber, almond butter toast, watermelon, avocado. I got these pickles from Whole Foods yesterday and I've already eaten probably at least 10 of them. I feel like I need a sandwich to go with them. I also got this spicy kraut from Whole Foods that I'm dying to eat. What's happening right now? I felt like this would be really good on a veggie sandwich. So anyway. Yes, babe. Yes, babe. What, baby? Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm making myself 2 sandwiches because this bread is small and I feel like I need more because I'm starving right now. So we have some mustard, some vegan Gouda cheese by Violife, I think, avocado, cucumbers, tomato. I'm gonna do some lettuce and then some of this kraut. And this is like a spicy jalapeno kraut. Honey, I don't know if you're gonna like this. This is spicy, but would you like to try? You could, yeah. You're done? Okay. Still breastfeeding. We have not been doing the morning session for like a week. We are just doing at night now. I've just been trying to distract her in the morning and feed her or give her something to drink right away. And that's actually been working. I'm shocked.
Bye-byes.
Honey, we'll go bye-byes after you wake up from your nap, okay? Yeah, after you take your nap, okay? Yeah, for the last week we've only been doing the nighttime feeding. Postpartum is a whole thing. Postpartum is like 7 years long. Oh. Thank you. It's not just like the first year after having a baby. I've learned. We still have no plan to wean her. I have no idea how that's even gonna happen. I'm not looking forward to it because I don't wanna have to tell her no and like watch her cry and like not understand why. I really would love for her just to naturally wean and just see how that goes. So she's 20 months now. And again, I don't have any plan. I would prefer to be done around like 2 years old. Oh, I forgot to put my lettuce on here. See, I can't do so many things at one time. My brain just does not work. I'm not pregnant, but I would like her to be weaned before we start trying for the next baby, just so that transition is kind of complete and then I can move on to the next transition. And I would also love her to be potty trained before there's another baby. Again, not pregnant, we're not trying right now, but those are just the thoughts I have. All right, it's basically all in pieces.
Mama.
Yes, baby.
Mommy.
Okay, 1 second, my love. Yum. Taste test real quick. And with the pickles, it's gonna be so good. Why did I even get myself a plate? We all know I just eat over the counter. So good. If you don't put mustard on a sandwich, what are you even doing with your life?
Mama.
Uh-huh. Hi, baby.
Mom.
Yeah. Are you tired now? You are? Would you like to do a night-night now? Okay. Okay. All right, before we chat all the things, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze a quick workout in, and I'm actually gonna be using the bike. I'm gonna tell you guys about that in a hot second, but I'm going to get my shoes on and jump on this bike and crank out like a 20-minute bike ride. So for the last couple weeks, I've been cycling at home using my new Yesoul bike. So it's been really fun to try something new and incorporate this into my workout routine. So it has a 32-inch screen, which feels like I'm at a theater while working out, which I love because it helps me to not feel distracted. And the bike pairs with the Yesoul Fitness app that automatically puts your workout up on that screen. And you have a lot of options when it comes to classes. So not only spin classes, but there's also yoga, strength, stretch, and cardio. They also have an option to do a scenic ride to music, which is actually personally my favorite to do. The Yesoul bike is a great alternative to Peloton at a much better price. So if you like Peloton classes but don't want to pay for the expensive bike, you can actually use the screen mirroring function on your phone to do Peloton classes on this bike, which is pretty cool. And I think that's probably one of the best features. I do wish that the screen was 4K, but that's just me being picky. It does have a 1080p resolution, which is the next best thing. If you guys are interested in getting one of these bikes, you can use my code PLANT for $100 off. And I highly suggest getting this bike if you are looking into getting a stationary bike at home. The convenience has been really nice. It's such a smooth ride. I love all the options that I have with it, and I love the challenge of doing something new, and Clark has been really enjoying this too. He's been doing it almost every single day. I'll go ahead and put all of that detail below. And thank you to Yesoul for sponsoring this portion of today's video. All right. Okay, I got myself ready for the day, and we are going to fold laundry together while we chit chat because my toxic trait is I have to be doing more than one thing at one time to feel like I'm being productive. First of all, this is a new set that I just got from Amazon. I love it. I want to buy it in 17 different colors. It's just a 2-piece ribbed little set. This is what I like to call my mom uniform. The only thing unfortunate with sets is that you have to buy one size for the top and the bottom. Can't do a different size for each. So I just got a medium because I was afraid a small would be too small, especially like in the top region or whatever, but I could have gotten away, I think, with getting a small. This one's a little bit big, but I like my stuff bigger, so I don't really mind it, but it's a little bit bigger like right here. And I did wash it and dry it, and it didn't really shrink. Anyway, I digress. So let's talk about my healthy lifestyle and fitness postpartum. This is going to be a very honest approach to what I've actually been doing. As a culture, I know there's this big expectation for women to bounce back after having a baby and just to like get their body back and all these things. There's probably two sides to the social media part of it. The algorithm that I'm on right now, I've seen a lot of the conversation around like the opposite of that. I feel like it's getting a lot better, and there's a lot of conversations around like letting women just kind of getting the pressure off of women to be in the body that they were before they had a baby. Like, you're never going to be in the body that you were before you had a baby. Not necessarily in the sense of the way you look or feel or whatever, but it's you have completely grown a human being. Like, things are changing. I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just you cannot be pre-baby, thankfully, because now you have your baby and all these things happened in your body to build your little perfect baby. I heard someone say something recently that was, instead of this whole bounce back culture, why don't we say bouncing forward or something along those lines? And I was like, ooh, I love that. And that doesn't mean that your health is not important. It doesn't mean that you don't want to work out. It doesn't mean that you don't want to tone up or maybe even lose weight. So I'll give you a little background about myself. So I changed my whole lifestyle 10 years ago. So in September, it's July now, in September will be 10 years that I went fully vegan, and I changed my lifestyle from the lifestyle that I was living, which was under eating, over exercising, and I had really bad self-talk. I was really, really hard on myself. So not only was it what I was physically trying to do or what I was, the lack of what I was eating, my mindset was really, really bad, and that created a lot of anxiety for me. I didn't even realize it then how bad my anxiety was, and the way I was living was fueling my anxiety so much. So when I changed my lifestyle, I felt a huge sense of freedom, relief. It was the start to healing my mindset, healing my body, all the crazy things that I did to my body. It's really sad to look back on and like knowing what I know now and knowing what I did then is like, oh my gosh, Alex, what were you thinking? I was measuring out all my food. I was depriving myself of food and nutrients. So I definitely had disordered eating. I think it's orthorexia, I guess is what I would label that point in my life, because I wasn't anorexic, I wasn't bulimic, I definitely had disordered eating. I think orthorexia might be the best way to describe it, which is basically like an obsession with health, but just kind of in the wrong way that's actually unhealthy. So a lot of people will be like, isn't veganism or being plant-based, whatever you want to call it, isn't that super restrictive, and you know, you're not allowing yourself to have a lot of things, and isn't that, you know, the opposite of freedom? But for me personally, I found freedom by going plant-based and allowing myself to fuel my body and eat in abundance. So that's kind of like the main thing that changed my life, was eating in abundance of the right things. So the nutrition side of it really got my interest. Years down the road, I ended up going to school for holistic health coaching and getting certified in that. And then after that, I took it a little bit further and got certified in plant-based nutrition. And that has definitely evolved over the years. Since getting pregnant, having a baby, my priorities have just kind of shifted and changed. And I also was a yoga instructor for a very long time. I still technically am. I just haven't been teaching in studio or anything, or even doing online anymore. But it's just a season of life that I'm in, which I'm very happy with the season of life that I'm in. That's just like a little background for you. But my fitness postpartum, for me, it was really, 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 really hard, and it still is, to prioritize my fitness and working out postpartum. And it's actually been pretty intentional of me to be that way, because once I had Sage, I had, you know, healed for many years around disordered eating and, you know, how I feel about my body and taking care of my body and nourishing my body. So I was not triggered by having a baby of my body being completely different in all these changes. I'm very grateful that it went that way. I chose to give myself so much grace. I knew my lifestyle as a whole was doing a lot for my body, doing a lot for my mind. So the working out part of it just wasn't like the biggest priority. And I'm still in the phase of trying to find my rhythm, but at the same time, I don't think that I have to have some strict schedule and whatever. I'm just honestly going with the flow. Too much structure stresses me out and gives me anxiety. Not any structure or anything also can like stress me out, and I feel all over the place, which is a very common feeling being a mom. I'm like literally all over the place all of the time. I had a really traumatic experience having Sage. It's something that I feel like I'm okay with now. I think when I get pregnant again, I think it's gonna definitely bring some stuff up. I will deal with that when it comes. Right after having her, like once I was cleared and everything after the 6 weeks or whatever, I was like, I don't feel like working out. I don't want to work out. Like I'll do my walks. Like I don't want to do the HIIT trainings. I don't want to do a vinyasa power flow. Like I don't feel like that feels good to me right now. So I just didn't, which is really weird for me, because even after like healing from working out too much and being on fat burners and all the things, fitness still was a big part of my life, whether it was Pilates or yoga. Like I was doing yoga, there was a time I was doing it like literally 6 or 7 days a week. Sometimes I would double up, and that just like worked for me in that season. It felt really, really good. So to go from doing all that, getting pregnant, and then having a baby, and then just like not doing any of that was definitely a big difference in my lifestyle. But again, I was totally, and I am totally okay with it. After having kind of like my big awakening, I just decided to start calling my workouts and fitness mindful movement, like whatever feels good to you, and not doing something that you think you should be doing. There was 1 year where I ran 365 days in a row without a break, running 3 to 6 miles a day, fueled off of anxiety. And I did it because I felt like I had to do it, which no. So anyway, so after having Sage, I'm like, I am definitely going to practice what I preach. I'm going to be doing mindful movement, so whatever feels good. And for a really long time, that was just walking. I don't mean to say just walking like, oh, you're just walking and not doing like a real workout. Walking is mindful movement. It is a workout. It is healthy for you. It's so good for your body. Walking is such a great form of mindful movement. So that's what I did for the longest time. So that with eating the way that I do, taking care of myself the way that I do, which definitely goes down the totem pole of priorities when you have a baby. So taking care of myself in maybe the small ways that I have been since having her has definitely shown up in the way that I look, in the way that I feel, and I'm proud of it, honestly. There's always room for improvement, so that's kind of what I'm seeking right now, because I want to work out more, I want to tone up, I'm inspired and motivated to do that. When I was in a space of not being inspired to do that, I just wasn't, and that's okay. Like that's okay, whatever season that you're in, you don't have to feel bad about yourself if you're not doing a HIIT workout. Moving your body gives you endorphins and does lift your mood and does all these wonderful things for you. So it's finding that balance between the motivation or lack thereof and kind of getting the ball rolling. And when you don't feel motivated, then you know, maybe it's just a walk that you do to get the endorphins. Maybe it's not a HIIT workout. You know, there's a weird line of like not being motivated or being too tired. It's just maybe not a good mental day, or maybe you need to work out because you're having a mental day and that makes you feel good. It's like finding that thing that works for you. Over the last few months, again, still, I don't have any consistent routine at all. I have been doing more Pilates, which I absolutely love. I've been doing the workouts on Form. So it's Form by Sammy Clark. It's an app and her workouts are awesome. There's yoga, Pilates, and then there's like strength training and stuff like that. That's definitely my style of working out. And I look forward to doing that kind of movement because I enjoy it. Some people may run and hate Pilates. So take yourself on a little jog, you know? But I would love to say that I have found my cadence and I'm on the schedule of working out 3-5 days a week when Sage goes down for her nap, because trust me, I've tried to do it when she's awake. I don't know how people do that. It just doesn't work for me. I can do some stretching when Sage is awake. I guess I'm just going with the flow with fitness after having a baby and just letting it happen. So with getting this bike, which I'm so grateful for, I've never been someone who has cycled, big bike person, and I can honestly say that I've been loving it. Clark has been loving it too. He's been doing it more than me, honestly. Convenience is everything for me. Pre-baby, I was used to going to the yoga studio or a Pilates studio whenever. Being home with a baby, having something like that, or like the iPad to do the Form workouts, like that is exactly what I need in this season of life. It's hard to prioritize ourselves, like it really is. I know it's super important to do that, but it's also really hard. So give yourself grace in whatever season that you're in. Okay, this is about to die. But also, I haven't posted a yoga flow on my YouTube channel in a hot minute. If it's something that you would like, I'm happy to... Camera just died. Anyway, if a yoga flow is something that you would like, or maybe a little Pilates workout, I'm certified in that as well. If that's something that you guys would like on my page to work out with me or be guided in a little yoga flow or something, let me know and I can definitely start doing that. I kid you not. I was just on my phone because my camera died. I'm back on my camera now. But my phone storage is full. Every single day I get the notification, oh, your phone storage is full. So I delete 1.5 million things and it's still not working. So now I'm back on my camera. Last thing I'm gonna do before I end the vlog is take my supplements. That's another big part of my daily routine. And some days I forget, a lot of days I forget, but today I'm gonna remember because we're talking about it. I take a lot of supplements, not because I'm vegan, not because I'm plant-based, not because I don't eat meat, not because of all those reasons. I'm on a migraine protocol to get my hormones where they need to be so I stop getting migraines in my head. And I've already shown you what I took this morning of my tinctures. So I do my tinctures and then I do my capsules. Okay, this is everything I take. This is what I take. I'm not a doctor. This is not advice for you, blah, 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 blah. I've been doing a digestive enzyme, which I forget almost every single day to take with my meals. So I'm absorbing all of the proteins, fats, carbs, all the things, all the nutrients, because my body might be having a hard time doing that because I need more fat in my body. So I'm supposed to be taking these. I do a vitamin D with K2 that helps to actually absorb the vitamin D into your body. I do glutathione, probiotic, vitamin B2. This is supposed to be really good for migraines. And I also do the B12 in the morning. And then I also have a B complex, which I probably don't have to be taking all those things. The B12 is in this, but I do the tincture anyway. I like the tinctures because they go into your blood system a lot faster, and those are really good because I give those to Sage as well, rather than a capsule, obviously. And then I do magnesium, which is also great to help with migraines. I say that, but nothing has helped yet, but I'm hoping that I can do all this to eventually balance myself out to where I need to be. I finally have answers with it, with hormones, so I'm hoping that I just can get this all figured out, because I've had them since I was like 14 years old, which was like 17 years ago. Oh my God, I'm so old. L-lysine, celery force, and then DHEA. I'm taking this for my hormones. And then the last, and then I take an omega-3, and then this is Vitex extract. So I just started taking this probably like 2 weeks ago. This was from my functional medicine doctor, who has been helping me with my hormones and trying to get me in the right direction to heal the migraines. She's the one that's finally giving me some answers. It's hard to say, but anyway, she recommended this. It's safe while breastfeeding, but it could dry up my supply. So she gave this to me probably like 4 months ago and was like, take it when you're ready, but it might dry up your supply, just warning you. So I didn't want it to dry up my supply. So I did not take it until a couple weeks ago, and now I'm at the point now, Sage is 20 months. I'm like, if it dries it up, that'll be the natural way that we wean. If it doesn't, we'll keep breastfeeding and we'll figure that part out later. But I need to move forward with everything that I possibly can to get my migraines to go the freak away, because I cannot function when I have them, and I get them every single month when I start my period. So anyway, I'm hoping that this Vitex extract helps. Whew. Okay, I feel like I've talked a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I have no idea how long it is. Being kind to yourself, giving yourself some grace. If you want more in depth of anything that I talked about, comment it below or DM me on Instagram or whatever, and I'm happy to make another video or chat with you guys about certain things. This is a very complex thing when it comes to like everything that is involved in my healthy lifestyle and my choices, because it's much more than just food, and it's much more than just movement. It's a lot. So I hope that gave you some insight and answered some of your questions that you may have had. Thank you guys for watching. Mwah. I love you. See you in the next video. Okay, bye. Not me having food on my face while trying to speak to you. No idea how long that was there. Okay.